Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sheba Joseph, Associate Professor, Department of Social Work, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. In the last module, we discussed the different types of groups from the perspective of sociology. Today, we would be discussing about the groups which are mainly seen in social group work practice. Social groups can be classified on the basis of purpose for which the group is conceptualized. The purposes may be to meet the emotional needs of the individual members or to accomplish a specific or a set of tasks of an individual member or group as a whole for its growth and development. Konopka in 1983 classified social groups as development groups and social action groups. The same way, Toslant and Rivas in 1984 classified the groups into treatment and task groups. They further divided treatment group as remedial, educational, growth and socialization groups, and task groups into committees, teams, delegate councils, treatment conference and social action groups. This classification of groups into different types is not a watertight compartment. They tend to overlap. Therefore, for our discussion, the various types of groups that can be formed by social group workers are classified as follows. They are remedial group, support group, educational group, growth group, and socialization groups. Let us take one by one. Let's first discuss about treatment groups. Treatment groups are groups that help individuals to solve personal problems, change the behaviors, cope with stress and improve quality of life. These are groups that help members with serious psychological problems and emotional problems to change their behaviors. Now let's discuss about support groups. In support groups, members share a common issue and meet on an ongoing basis. As such, its members work together to support and help each other to cope with their personal problems. The example for a support group could be a support group for the cancer patients. The group provides an atmosphere to share their problems and concerns with the group members. And due to the similarity of problems they face, it is easy for them to open up and share the concern and feelings. And if they have certain doubts pertaining to certain issues what they are facing, they'll get the answer from the other members. If they are facing any problem, they get the support of the group members since all of them are facing the same problem. Now let's discuss about growth groups. Growth groups are to create awareness about the opportunities to grow and develop in their career and other life positions. These groups focus on both emotional as well as social needs of the members and help them to achieve a tangible target. Some examples are a group of youth is brought together to enhance their entrepreneurial abilities so as to improve income generating capacities and make them feel that they are worthy members of the society. Teaching children to acquire social skills and social etiquettes so that they perform their social responsibilities properly and grow as useful adults. These groups offer opportunities for the members to change their thoughts, feelings and behavior about themselves and others. These groups focus on socio-emotional health rather than remediating socio-emotional illness. These groups are for self-improvement and checking the potential of human beings. They give supportive services and atmosphere where individuals gain insights, experiment and grow as human beings. When composing social growth groups, workers select members who have diverse backgrounds and enrich potential to enrich and broaden each other's experiences. Communication in these groups is member-centered and highly interactive to enhance growth opportunities for the individual members. Now let's talk about educational groups. The primary focus of this group is to help members learn some new information and skills. As we can see in the slide, it is helping the members to enhance their potential. Educational groups are used in a variety of settings like agencies, schools, nursing homes, hospitals, etc. Most of these groups are aimed at increasing and involving the presentation of information and knowledge by experts. They give opportunities for group discussions, learning and reinforcement. Now let's talk about socialization groups. Socialization groups are goal-driven and result-oriented. They are designed to help children, teens and young adults learn social skills, getting along with others, making friends, handling and expressing frustrations, improve self-confidence and self-concept, and learn cooperation with peers and adults in a goal-directed but fun setting. Now let's discuss about task groups. Task groups focus on certain work or activity the group is to achieve for its own development. The task could be development-oriented, solving a problem, or a crisis situation or social disadvantage. For example, a group of youth interested to do a sensitization program on COVID-19 in a rural community. For instance, they are given the timeline of 3 months. So they have to accomplish the task within that time frame. Now let's talk about committee, which is part of a task group. Committee is a largely widespread task group. A committee is made up by the people who are elected as a group. Their job is to accomplish certain tasks which is delegated by some superior powers or authoritative figures. Now next is teams. Team members work with each other to accomplish goals on behalf of the client group, and this is also a part of the task group. If the members have very good rapport with each other, then a great deal of sense of belongingness would be visible in the team, and it is easy for the team to achieve any target which is part of the task. Now let's talk about social action groups. As defined by different authors, social action is a mass propaganda to fight against social evils. Social action groups are made up of two essential and inseparable elements, which are the principles and the process. These do not stand alone but are completely dependent upon each other. For example, a group which is formed to fight against gender violence in a community could be an example for a social action group, and they work for the betterment and to eradicate that social evil from the society. With that, we conclude this module, which is based on the different types of groups from social work perspective. Thank you all.